Today, as I'm reflecting on yesterday's session, and I don't even want to say yesterday's session, it's almost like these sessions have brought such a change in my mindset that it's just the most amazing therapy in the world. I really wish that everybody struggling with anything, because even if you're not struggling with this, psychedelic therapy is pretty amazing. But there are there are a few different things that I have been really pondering on over the last day. And this first one is about me, but most of my feelings and thoughts are about Cedric, which is kind of a nice turn and what I can be for him. But this thought right now, I want to talk about pain because I've been in so much pain for 8 years. And the perspective that I'm having right now about pain is very different. I'm feeling like pain is kind of beautiful. It's like kind of poetic in a interesting way. Pain is one thing that we will never experience again. Pain is something that like physical pain, like the migraine I've had for 8 years, is something that is a very unique worldly experience. And it's not something I will ever have the opportunity to experience again. Um, Not to mention overcoming the pain. I think it's if looking at the pain from a different view. It doesn't mean that I'm loving it in the moment. It doesn't mean that it's a ton of fun, but it is definitely a different feeling that I will never get again. Just like this ketamine feeling that have had 3 times a week for the last, well, okay, for the fourth time yesterday, is a feeling that I have to have an outside influence to have on my earthly body, because it's not something my body is experiencing. It's an experience where my body and spirit separate for a minute and then come back together and kind of find the beautiful groove that they have to work together. But this experience with pain that I'm having, I still want to overcome. It's not like I just want to live in pain forever, because yes, pain does put me in bed and it makes it so I am not able to experience other amazing earthly experiences that I would never get otherwise to share with other people. But pain is a very personal, one-on-one experience I get to have with my body and spirit. And it is intense and I don't like it, but it's beautiful in its own weird psychedelic way. And I really hope I can maintain that perspective. Now, on to the subject of overcoming pain. The ketamine is absolutely changing physical things in my brain because I am in less pain. And like the triggers that normally would cause me a migraine every time are not always happening. And maybe that's also resetting. Maybe the psychosomatic things that like my brain was used to experiencing pain with too much light, with weather changes, with stress, with going on trips, with unexpected changes in my life. Those were things that always caused me a migraine. And I have and right now, let me show you the weather. I'm in northern Utah in February, so it's cold. And it's can you see this? It's snowing. Yesterday it was sunny and like 60 degrees or 55 degrees. It was sunny and warm and I was outside in a t-shirt. Now today it's snowing, it's overcast, and the weather is what I used to would have called ugly weather. Now notice I'm looking at outside without sunglasses and I don't want them. And I have a migraine, but it is not overwhelming and it's not intense, and I can tell that it is caused by the physical pressure changes. And I'm not in bed. I'm not I'm not in overwhelming pain, and that means my brain is healing, not just my thoughts. Another thing that's happening is overstimulation used to cause my left arm to go crazy with a hemiballismus kind of thing. And I couldn't control it. And that hasn't happened once, not once, since I started ketamine therapy. So, as far as the depression, anxiety, and suicidal ideation, as well as, let's see, there's just, yeah, the depression, anxiety, the crazy thoughts go. It 100% is changing that. I don't think I'll struggle with that. And if I do start to struggle with that again, I know a medicine that will work for me that's not going to affect my life forever, like other psychotropic drugs I've tried in the past. And I will never want to end my life again. I am just doing really, really well. So that's really the personal thing that I took away from yesterday, is that pain is beautiful. And it's a very individual, wonderful experience that I get to have on this earth.